Alright, just gonna make my first attempt to drill out the bottom of a Hot Wheels. It's just a Camaro, but I need to start practicing because I want to start doing wheel swaps and taking the bodies off and repainting and stuff like that in the near future. So just this is just for practice. So anyway, this pan's just got a wet napkin in it to try and catch some of the shavings so they don't just get all over the place. But anyway, just going to go ahead and start drilling and find out, see what happens. Alright, well, it came off. Trying to get a close, clean picture of the posts themselves. Okay, and the body, the plastic on the body seems to be okay there. A little bit of slight gouging there, not much though. The hole doesn't seem to be affected by it. And the front one didn't even have any issues. I think I went into the rivet a little bit on an angle to get started. Alright, car so far I just threw it into a paint stripper. Maybe my camera will never focus. Anyway, it took 10 minutes in a paint stripper. Aircraft paint stripper, that is. Okay. So now I just have some 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm just cleaning up some of the edges and stuff. Alright, just clean that up a little bit. Okay, so that's the aircraft's paint stripper I used. Okay, I got this here in Canada. I don't know. You can probably get something else wherever you are, or maybe you can get the same thing. And all I did was I just empty out a little jar of pickles. Okay, I just filled it up with the stripper, dropped this in, left it about 10 minutes, pulled out. I just brushed it off quickly. It came off like it wasn't even belonging there, like it just fell right off basically. And then I just used just a toothbrush and some water, and it just it cleaned it off. Like, yeah, there was no trace that there was ever paint on it. It was so effortless. There was no sanding other than what I just did, just to kind of scuff the paint to get it ready for a primer. And I'll just quickly clean it off with either some alcohol wipe or some kind of grease remover, or else I'll just the other thing I could do is I could just wash it in soap, dish soap, and that'll get rid of the fingerprints, the grease from the fingers and stuff. Good enough. This is just a diecast after all. It's not your prize 63 Corvette or something. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off, and then I'll cut to where I'm gonna go ahead and just paint it. I'm probably just gonna find just a regular aerosol spray can primer. I do have an airbrush gun and all that stuff. I gotta get it all set up yet. So I'm just basically I'm just practicing, just trying to see what it's like to strip these down and to spray some paint and that kind of stuff with because I've never done any of this with the 164 stuff before, so it's just all just goofing around at this point. I'm waiting for some screws to come in the mail, so I can't even put this back together even if I wanted to right now. So like I said, just goofing around. Anyway, we'll be back in a short bit here. Alright, well I just have a basic, where are we here? Just a primer. Alright, I'm just going to spray paint that on there. Nothing special here. Alright, it's been a little bit here. I'm just going to go ahead and just throw some white paint. I'm just going to use this kind for now. Just do a light coat. Alright, just let that sit for a few minutes there for sure. Alright, we'll just throw a quick second coat on there. Open up the can now. That should be thick enough on there, I think. I'm okay with that. Going into the camera light here. Let's see what I can do here. I just want to try and find a way here to paint the spoiler. Got the camera in front of me, so it's kind of obstructing me a little bit, if you can hear me. We're doing this up in the air, so its hands are a little shakier than I want them to be. And I don't want to touch the car too much at the moment. This would be easier if I wasn't so blind. Getting old. after fidgeting with it a little bit, basically I got the rear bumper, rear spoiler painted, and the hood. It's not perfect, but I feel like if I keep messing with it too much more, I'm probably just going to mess it up. Put it on a little thicker. Alright, I had a little bit of time for that to dry. Just going to try and see if I can add a bit of red to the tail lights here without messing up too much stuff. I can barely see it though. Wish I could see it better. Well, it's not perfect, but DOT might approve it. Alright, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I got a little bit of silver, but I don't think my paintbrush is going to be fine enough to get into there. Tiny bit, nothing, just a little bit of subtle, just kind of like little vents. Alright, well, let's see if I can throw a little bit of clear on here. Okay. Dupla color clear coat. Okay, we'll just let that sit for a minute or two. Alright, let's throw on a little bit more clear. Alright, let that sit. Alright, and we'll just put one final bit of clear coat on. We'll just let this dry now. Alright, well, this has been drying for a while now. It's about dry to the touch. Feels okay. As for the interior, you probably can't see much, but I did just hand paint the seats, front and back, and the steering wheel. the dash black. Okay, I don't know that it'll matter much. I don't know if you'll be able to see it much once it's in the car. Okay, but probably I'll just give this a little bit more time, possibly, and then I'll just piece it together. I am missing. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for the screws to come in the mail for the bottom, since we drilled it out, and I'm still waiting for my tap also. So for now, I'll probably just set it together and put it aside. But we'll get the gist of it though once we got it there. All right, guys. Well, I put this thing back together, sort of. I still need to get the screws for it, but unfortunately, when I was putting it back together, I guess the paint wasn't as dry as I was hoping, and my glove indented the side on the side that's coming up now, and it made a smudge mark, and I tried to rub it off a little tiny bit, and it completely smeared the paint. So yeah, so that was a complete fail. So that's okay, because in about less than 5 seconds, I'll be right back, and this thing will have another coat of paint on the side of it, because this is just not gonna do. Alright, be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Alright, so I threw it back into the paint booth for a moment there. I tried to sand down the side a little bit to try and undo the blemish, and I had to add a little bit of white paint and then the clear back onto it. So driver's door, you can see there's some imperfection now. Unfortunately, it's not quite as smooth as the passenger door. And the other thing that is kind of strange to me, and like I said, is thinking that my paint is old or it's cold or something, but the clear coat kind of browned the color. It should be more bright white, but it's kind of almost like an eggshell or something, or even a little bit darker than that. So I think what I'll do in the future is I'm going to try and buy a new can of clear coat, or a different brand or something else, or if I can find one for my airbrush, that'd be even better for when I start airbrushing. Because yeah, ultimately I don't want to change the color of the paint when I put clear on. That's obvious. But nonetheless, this is well, color changed, accomplished, I guess. For what it is, I think it could look a lot better, but it doesn't look that bad. When I might still at some point just strip this one down and repaint it again and just keep using this one to practice a bit. But for now, I just thought I would just make a little video here, just kind of showing what I'm, my learning steps. And obviously, like I said, I got lots to learn here. I'm not claiming to be a professional by any stretch. And again, this isn't a how-to video. This is just me goofing around here. So hopefully you at least got some entertainment out of this video, and you can see what not to do, which is basically make sure you let your paint dry for a good amount of time. Don't be impatient like I am all the time. I was wanted to get this video wrapped up here, so I jumped the gun and put my big grubby hands all over the soft paint and smudged it. So don't do that, and you'll probably have better success than me. But hopefully my next videos I do will be a little bit better. But I think it'll take many before I get to the point where I'm happy with it. And yes, I'm a little hard on myself sometimes, but I'll try to be reasonable for everyone's sake, including mine. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. So if you enjoy the video there, please subscribe and like, and if there's anything you want to add or something else, you can always throw a comment down, and we'll just kind of grow this community as we go. And I look forward to opening many great cars, and tomorrow should be an opening day. Every other day will be an opening day, and I'm hoping that in due time here, the other alternating days will be like some type of a custom or a paint or a wheel swap or something. I'm not ready to do wheel swaps yet, but hopefully soon. But anyway, okay, we will end the video right about here. Bye.